It is.
Hey, Foxy Roxy.
Hey,
And we-
you a little bit late.
And we are back with y'all for another episode. You know, it's always Monday, and we always got hot topics. We always got interesting people, and we would like to introduce our special guest for today, Mr. Terry Hosley. He is an actor, comedian, producer, writer.
Hooper.
Damn, it's a Renaissance man.
Hooper.
Introduce yourself, yo.
I'm about to drop the mic. Where I'm looking at the camera.
No, the camera right there, so you can just talk with us. This is a regular conversation.
Cool. Thank y'all for having me, man.
We appreciate you coming.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
We like I said, I know, you know, Bob. I'm not sure. I think Roxy knows some of your work, but like I've been following you on Instagram for at least a couple of years.
Man, you make me feel like I'm, you know.
Yo, for real, no. Let me say this. It's so much. It's rare, real talent in Baltimore and the DMV. Like when I see somebody really genuinely working their craft, I respect it. I'm following them. I'm like, so that's why I like when I think about guests I want to bring on, it's always the people I see have been doing it a long time. It's nobody fresh out here.
Yeah.
Somebody who didn't put in the work, put in the time, then, you know, grind the gears. So tell us what you got going on lately.
Well, as of right now, hold on, this candy good as shit.
Whenever you come on, he say, she say, we got Starburst on deck.
Shout out to Diamond.
Shout out to the producer,
Yeah,
Diamond, with the Starburst.
I got
Not gonna go out. I was gonna say something smart about y'all drink,
Oh, okay.
but mind my business.
I got a movie. This is actually my first movie
Okay.
that I'm filming. I did a short film for a film festival, but this is my first feature film, and I'm premiering it at the Rotunda August 11th.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
Like over there, like in the parking lot near the what is it? Seven Beach
Bistro.
Street.
yeah. So,
Oh, that's cool.
Center Bistro, whatever.
The summer's a good time because, you know, a lot of people come out to them film festivals in the weirdest of places. I think in Baltimore, like because I know
Nice
Mount
over there, too.
Yeah, like Mount Vernon does
That
theirs
was
in
my
like
whole
a
goal, just to make it look like, damn, this movie at the Rotunda.
We got some traction.
I mean, he really gets some money or something like just for the look, you know what I mean. But I like the theater, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I want people to. Yeah, it's all about marketing, you know what I'm saying. If I had this shit at East Point versus Rotunda, you know, it'd be different.
So how you started out? I know I've been following you a while, but I don't know how you started. You know, somebody who.
When did you start?
When did you start? Right, somebody with your type of comedic skill.
I play professional basketball also, right? So what I always wanted to do, this was the dream. The dream was play basketball, get rich playing basketball, use the money you make from basketball, start your own production company and do movies and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, our city got, you know, a little buzz with the internet thing was going on, you know, when we had the little funny team thing going on. Mm-hmm. But I started doing that before that because I started working with Cleon, and I was doing stand-up. And, you know, that was just getting my, you know, like my popularity up on the internet-wise and things like that. Mm-hmm. So, but I knew my goal the whole time. Like, I don't really want to just do, you know, IG videos. I really didn't want to do stand-up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me, I would do it. I felt like I could do it, but I like, you know, acting, writing, and producing. That's what I wanted to do, whatever. So I was just trying to, you know, use it just to go up. But then as the years went on, I learned more about the business and things like that. So now I just said, you know what? I just went and I got my own company copyrighted, you know what I'm saying, and got my tax ID information and all that stuff just to get everything official.
Live the right life.
Got all my equipment, and I just, you know what I mean? I just said, I'm gonna just do it.
How'd you balance the two? Like,
well, see now,
dedication to that, like
now it's a little different. It's a difference now because basketball is important, but you know it's not as important as it was before. You know, now I'm 32, so I mean I probably got, you know, a good, you know, God, you know, I'm not gonna wood, God forbid any major injury, but I probably got a good 5 strong years left. Right. You know what I'm saying? But that's still my major goal. You know, I want to do films. You know what I'm saying? I want to produce films and things like that. And I don't really want to be in all of my films all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you know, when you building a brand, you know,
you the face.
I kind of like, I ain't got no choice right now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But cause I got a lot of ideas, and you know what I mean. It be tough. You know what I mean? It's not easy. Like, you know, a couple people talk to me. They was like, yo, I know that's easy, yo, but you got it. I'm like, it really ain't easy because, you know what I mean, I'm not paying nobody, so I got to deal with a whole lot of nonsense all the time. Right.
And how do you balance that? And sometimes it's hard. Like in the beginning, like you don't have the budget to pay people, so you got to get people to. Basically, what I like to call is entrepreneurial IOUs. It's like, yo, work with me on these things. When I get to where I'm going, I'm remember you did it for me for nothing.
Yeah.
So how do you build those relationships?
And I also I think it's all about. It is about the relationship you have with people, and then it's about your character. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Anybody that know me personally, you know, like I'm not gonna do, you know, no funny things with money. You know what I'm saying? I done been in positions where I done did business with people, and I always stand firm on whatever. Like me and my man Booby James, shout my man Booby James out. We did a play. He wrote it, he produced it, but on the business side, you know, we went 50-50.
Right.
And me and y'all know Josh Austin, right?
Yeah.
In poetry. Me and Josh was the stars of the play. And you know, not to say our number, what we supposed to got paid, or whatever, but you know, it was different with me because I was, you know, kind of playing like the executive producer role with Boo. Right. So it's like we were paying the people. Right. So it's like, you know, we didn't really have a good turnout like we did, and I ended up walking away with nothing. You know, I sold the most tickets, and I was the biggest star of the play. But at the end of the day,
you made sure
I want them to know, like, I'm giving you what we agreed to. You know what I'm saying? So as I build those type of relationships, they know, like, okay, I'm not paying y'all for the acting. You know what I'm saying? But when it's finished, I'm gonna do something. Like, you know, if I go away a weekend and I go to Atlanta to sell my DVDs and I make $4,000 or $5,000, I'm gonna break that down with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would put it all. You know, I'm gonna put it all together. So I just, you know,
that speaks to sacrifice. The fact that you would take nothing and make sure that your employees or the people who doing it got paid. Like, most people wouldn't do that. It's like, yo, if anybody gonna get paid, I'm gonna get paid off top.
Yeah, but that's right. That's
Exactly.
the number one rule when you playing like the so-called, you know, like the boss role of it. If anybody takes the loss,
you would think
you
though,
have to take the loss.
You would think, you and me, like you and I would know that. Real entrepreneurs know that, but most people don't. It's like, yo, I gotta take that money first.
We walked away with $68 that we split between me and Boo, and we gave that to our assistant.
Yeah,
we walked away with nothing.
Would you say you have a good support system?
Yeah, I think so. I think. Well, you know what I mean, like my personal supports.
Both business and personal. Because both play into it. I'm sure your wife plays into your support and everything like all that.
I think.
Shout out, Cuzzo.
Shout my wife out. It's I think it's about staying consistent because now my family, my wife family, and my personal, you know, my close friends and things like that, they always gonna support whatever I do. But it's those people like okay, like I never met you, right? So if you support me, you know what I'm saying, and I'm not saying you per se, I'm just saying like people in that category, they might support it because they like it. But if it's dope and then it just start getting like, oh, he ain't really tried with this, and after a while I was gonna be like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then you just gotta like, you gotta study things. You know what I'm saying? Like I study Instagram. You know what I mean? Not like I'm an IG whore or nothing, but you know, I study it. I mean, like
study your craft.
I know for a fact, like, okay, when we take a picture after we finish, right, and I post a picture, depending on the time, I can tell the type of activity it's gonna get, right? If you say, like I knew when we put the flyer up, or I put a post up saying I'm gonna be on here, I ain't gonna get, like if I put a picture up by myself, or me and my wife gonna get 600 likes, 700 likes, 500 likes, but I put that picture up, say, everybody, you know, watch Radio on Fire tonight, gonna be on there, 14, 16 likes, things like that. You know, you just gotta know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just gotta know. Just like when my movie. My movie ready. Yeah. When my movie ready. The first time I put the actual trailer. Movie cover, right? Not the trailer, the movie cover. When I first post that, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of likes. But you know, as you keep posting it, promoting it, the likes get smaller and smaller. Yeah. Everybody knows that, you know, so you gotta study and you gotta know the time. Like never ever in my life will I ever throw an event in Baltimore in July. Never.
Wow, what's wrong with July?
That's the weekend. You gotta look at it like
that's the whole week.
In your mind, you got business wise, you gotta look at it like the whole July is a weekend.
That brings me to an interesting point. Like, you in Baltimore, you grew up here, right? So people here, we grow up with a certain mentality, whatever. How does growing up in Baltimore, how does that affect how you market and how you deal with certain people in business and what you do?
Yeah, man, you just gotta be real. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just be a real woman, or you know, be a real man when you're doing business. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta just always try to do good business. Don't promise nobody nothing that you can't do. You gotta be upfront about everything. You know what I mean? Like, just like, okay, I truly believe I'm gonna make between 50K and 100K on my movie.
I hear that.
Within whatever period of time, I pick. But there ain't no guarantee.
Right.
So I'm not gonna tell somebody, look, man, you come do this role for me, and the night of the premiere, afterwards, I'm gonna give you 2,000.
Right.
Because I think what I'm gonna make. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about, you just gotta be honest. You gotta be upfront. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just do good business at the end of the day.
I think I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say it's like a renaissance going on in Baltimore. With like, we said this when Love, Respect, and Loyalty was on here. Charles Village is big for Baltimore entrepreneurs doing things. The city has talents that's flourishing. I see you. I see Smooth. I see Jess Hilarious.
Shout
like,
man, Smooth out. Shout out.
Yeah, we shot them. Do you think the city is finally breaking the cycle? Even and not just that, the rap, like the Creek Boys, all them Scooter. Shout out to Shooter Ray, rest in peace. Like, we've been for the last 3 to 5 years building this rapport.
Right.
Do you think we finally getting out of the mentality of people not supporting each other because they don't think there's enough money out here, or do you think the city is just the talent is finally being recognized nationally as opposed to just the things that go on everyday life?
I think it's things that like it's like making a step towards that, but man, this is a tough city, man. Like, I mean, I love my city to death. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Like, I tell people all the time, the people like, yo, you gotta go to LA. Like, I understand what's in LA, what's in New York and Atlanta, things like that, but I always been a person, I don't want to have to learn a whole new city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I always been like that, but I also know how my city is, you know what I'm saying? And like, okay, like with Jess, like me, I'm genuinely like happy for Jess. And but I wouldn't, and this is no hate or nothing, but I don't think her strength is really stand up, me personally. I think she can do stand up very well.
Right.
But I think her strength is acting. Like once she gets on like a sitcom or a movie, it's
That's
over
her
with.
thing.
So
That's her thing.
You know what I'm saying? It's over with. Once she because once she get to really like, you know what I mean, just to really express the whole her, you know what I mean, it's gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? And I think she's gonna be like one of the best black in the game, period. But I think she'll end up being one of the best because she can do, from what I see, she can do like the white comedy movie,
Yeah.
the hood comedy movie, just the average black comedy. She can do all of it, I think.
And the way, that's funny, like the way you talk about her, it's like, it's not envy, it's not jealousy, it's admiration. It's like, yo, your shine doesn't take away from what I'm doing.
No.
Like, but like, it's so hard. Like, no, it's for real, it's rare. Like, when Love, Respect, and Loyalty came in here, he was gushing about who he brand, about Larry, about other people out there doing the game. It's rare you find that because people feel like if I talk about another brand, it takes away from me. I tell people all the time, like, yo, when people, something simple is like when people come on Instagram talking about, I need a barber for my kid, I throw out all 3 of my barbers. Why? Because their profession doesn't take away from me. I'm in finance.
Right.
What they do doesn't take away from me. Like even if I like I'm starting
I might want to cut hair with
right. Even if I'm starting a consulting firm, like I tell me and my best friend, we always talk about this. We have a niche. I was like, if we don't do certain things, like we're not gonna do PR. Like there's certain girls, like the girl I want to say her name right, Johnny Bronte. Like she does PR. That's not what we're going to do. Right. So it's like if a client says, "Oh, we need some PR," that's not our niche. Right. We can do this for you, but I'm gonna throw that business over there.
Even if it was the same thing, you know what I mean? Like, what do it matter?
What does it matter? Right.
I mean, so like I see a lot of people, and like not no names or nothing, but I see a lot of people like, and I'm using Jess because she is the besides Monique, the biggest comedian that we had. You know what I mean? From what I remember, right?
Yeah, from what I'm saying. So,
especially internet wise, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But and she is, I see people sometimes people say stuff like I don't really find like okay, if we sitting here we talk and you say, do I find Jess Hilarious that funny? Even if I really didn't find her that funny, in certain places and situations, I'm not going to say it like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because the power of it coming from us as our people is more powerful than anything else. Right. It's like if you speak on it, like you being with they would consider her peer.
Yeah, like I
He
get
carries more
joked
weight.
I get joked all the time in my group chat. Shout out to my chat too. My group chat told me a lot, but I get joked a lot in my group chat because I'm a big Meek Mill fan. You know what I mean? You know Meek Mill.
Catch L's.
He was catching,
L's.
So
He was taking them L's.
Free Meek Mill.
free my man. So when him and Jessica was beefing, right? I'm a big Meek fan. I probably was a bigger Meek fan than I am a Jess fan.
Right.
But if you put me on a platform where the whole world gonna see me, you gonna think I probably never was a Meek fan. I'm gonna rock with Jess.
Yeah, because you ain't gonna
Is that the Baltimore in you?
Yeah.
Shout out to Baltimore. No, like I speak like
On the BET thing, when they had to vote.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, you voted for. No, I ain't not feeling.
Even though I still felt like
somebody.
I still felt like when I voted for her, I felt like she should have won also.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't even matter. I'm voting for Jess because she's from Baltimore.
But the way you working, like I see how you always bring other people into it. Like you and Smooth been rocking a long time. I always say this. People always ask me like, I got a finance degree. I can go work in New York and go work in Chicago, financial capitals of the U.S. They were like, why you stay here? I'm like, yo, this home, this Baltimore gave me an education, a free one at that. They gave me college and all that. Why take my skills and uplift another city, another economy when my city needs my help?
Right.
Is that how you feel about the work you do?
Yeah, it's like me personally. I don't know, man. It's all about the lane you in. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you mentioned Smooth a lot, right? Smooth, that's my little guy. You know what I'm saying? But we in different lanes. You know what I'm saying? Just like Fleet. Who is you? Like I don't really do the funny IG videos no more. You know what I'm saying? But if Fleet call me and say, yo, I need you to get in this video, cool. Smooth say, I need you to get in this video, or I need your advice. Smooth call me all the time like, yo, what you think about this? What you think about this? What you think about that? I was like, you know what I mean? I give him my advice or whatever, but we're in different lanes. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I want to do, so this is what I'm doing. It don't really matter if I shout out Jess or shout out Fleet or shout out Smooth. It don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it takes attention off of me and it helps them, so what?
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
you feel like you stand up above all though.
I'm gonna do me regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the projects that I'm gonna put out, you know what I mean, y'all ain't gonna be able to
set you
deny it
apart.
because
I hear that.
That's big. So I want to talk about this because I'm a hooped all my life. You
Okay.
feel me? So I want to talk about this. What was the character you did? Because the first time I heard of him, I was working for John Hopkins. It's probably like 2013, 2012, something like that.
You been out
Then
here
they put it. Yeah, that's all. He was real humble with it, but you're a vet for real, like you've been around for real. So it was a character where there was you was like a girl
Teresa.
on the court.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Teresa.
Yes.
I just got cooked in the chat about that.
And this before I remember just everybody doing the girl, like the dressing up the girl. It wasn't no swine shit, you feel me? At all, you feel me? It was the funniest concept
I'm glad
ever.
you asked me about that, right? Because I never really spoke about this publicly while I stopped it, right? Okay. You know B39, right? That throw the part. Okay, so it was me, B, it was Bilal, B Real Basic, Simone, Anisha live in Atlanta now, she danced or whatever. A few other people, they was the main characters, you know, shout out to all of them, because that was my first web series I ever did. The first one I ever been a part of was Bluffing Ass Niggas.
Right.
But my own first one was Comedian Housewives. And I played as a character where as though me and Bilal were comedians, right? We were comedians, right? I was like an older comedian that had his downslide, and he was an up-and-coming comedian, right? So I was like real broke, trying to get right or whatever. And Simone was his girl, Anisha was my girl. Right. So I had this character that was my twin sister, real Erky or whatever, right? So when I did the character, right, it was everybody liked it, you know what I'm saying? Like all of my peers and my followers, they liked it, they loved it. Like she had this little saying, real bitches do real shit. That's what she used to always say and everything, right? So, now afterwards, right, my next show was A Definition of Ratchet. That was like Teresa's own show, right? What made me stop it was, one time at Envy, I got into a fight with a dude, cause I walked past him and he was like, man, that nigga a faggot. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I know when I signed up to do that on role, I would get that from people that don't know me. Right. But the fact to walk past and to hear it while I'm right there, it's a different. Plus, I thought younger. I was younger anyway, and I thought different. So, but now when I translate over to years after was when now I am doing what was it? I did Don't Be Dumb, shout out to Boo, and there was Teresa in there. But then we was doing the funny team. So this is right after our first play that we, not the one where we couldn't pay nobody, the one we did good.
They made a come
Shout
up.
out to the people who got paid good.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And after that, that's when we made the funny team. It was me, and this is when Who Is You, he only had like 1,400 followers. His page was on private and all that shit. So the biggest people in there was G Songs, me, and Cool Ant.
Right.
Right? And you know, Fleet wasn't really, ain't nobody know him yet like that. And everybody started to do a female character. Right? And this is no diss to and my man Pudge was there, Fat Pudge. Pudge was there. This is no diss to them, but you know, we had meetings when we was a team, we had meetings and we talked about it. And it was just like, look, I did it. You know what I'm saying? So not saying that like I want to be the only woman right here acting like a girl. That's not what I was saying, but I'm like, it's gonna make it look corny after a while. It's gonna turn into the guys like all them niggas dressed like girls.
Them niggas be dressing like girls.
Yeah, that's what people saying too.
And then that's when I started getting too much negative like backlash from it. And the way I was thinking that I wouldn't have been able to handle it.
Yeah.
Now if it was worldwide, then I might not hear it so much. But I'm local, so I'm gonna hear everything. You know what I'm saying? Like your homeboys might be talking about it. You might tell my wife and them. They tell me, and then I see the people that you talk about. The way I was thinking was different. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really like I was insecure about what I was doing because I mean I know I never had a gay thought. I never been a homosexual or nothing. But it was too much, and I knew how I think it got me involved in too much. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Unnecessary. So that's why I started because that was like you know what I mean
That
like
shit was hilarious.
it was you know what I'm saying like I know it was funny like it was
funny as fuck.
It was funny. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That
I know it was funny.
That wig was awful.
Uncle Drew ass.
That was the worst wig. Where'd you find that wig though? That hair.
The first wig I actually got, my baby mother gave it to me. And then I started like just getting like little cheap wigs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But now actually you know, being on Bluffing Ass Niggas, I only had like one line on Bluffing Ass Niggas, but shout out to Cleon anyway. And doing the stand up at Cleon's Club, Amore over there by City of Gods. It was called Amore. And I did that like 12 weeks straight, and I killed it. I really couldn't believe it. I really was joking the first time I tried to go do it, but Jerry was like, "Yo, go ahead, do it." I did it, and I was fire. So then I did it like I started writing. I did it like every week, and I started building. Then the Teresa character just like took me, you know, like locally wise, it took me like, that's Teresa. That's the boy Teresa, you know, whatever. So it really was fun. You know,
Where
it was
did you get
fun.
that name from? Teresa.
I just Terry and I just said Teresa.
Okay.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't
I ain't
really
even
no thought.
drinking.
I just said that, you know what I mean? And then it just, but after that, I was just like, you know, I'm gonna chill, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, that's when a lot of the transvestite shit started coming out in the city. It was just too, like I stopped at the right time. I stopped at the right time. Yeah, I just, you know what I mean?
All right, before we move on, because I know we got other topics we want to talk about. Tell us the hottest things you got coming up in the summer. Drop some dates. Let them know.
Okay, well, first, my show, Last King of Thotland, that's on YouTube right now.
Cool.
Season 2 of that will be coming at the end of the summer.
Okay.
Pinned Down, that's a show I have on YouTube right now also, and I'm turning that into a movie.
Okay.
That will be released in the winter, the beginning of the winter, like November-ish, something like that. But, and I really think I got the best movie ever made in Baltimore that I'm gonna be doing next. But I ain't gonna say nothing about it yet. I gotta make sure everything is before I do it. But my biggest thing I'm worried about though is my movie that comes out August 11th. Politics.
If you need a cameo radio station, just remember us.
Yeah.
You know.
No. I actually do though. I actually do.
Oh, for real?
Because I'll give you a little snippet. There's a part in the movie where the movie is about an ex All-American basketball player, right? And his mother got sick, so he had to skip college and he had to get a job to help his mother pay off medical bills and things like that. So as years went on, he got back into this underground basketball league. It was like a one-on-one tournament. And at the end, if you win the championship, at the end, you get $3 million.
Wow.
Right? So it's like, you know, it's a real, like the movie-wise, it's a real high, you know, qualified tournament. And the part when the character makes it to the last game, the talk of the person that he plays, the talk around the town and all over the world kind of it goes crazy. So it's gonna be like scenes at like radio stations, barbershops, and things like that. You know what I mean?
Put us in.
Sound like a 2K storyline.
But we're gonna get your opinions on other topics. I know Bob and Roxy had some topics they wanted to talk about. Who want to go first?
Yeah, you want to go first.
You want to talk about the celebrity news first, or you want to talk about Roxanne? Which one?
If we go celebrity news, I don't even know if we're going.
All right. Did y'all even see the footage of Black China?
No, I didn't see that.
You didn't see it?
I seen it.
Oh boy, you see it, Diamond?
You see everything.
So
Diamond, like, he liked it though.
It wasn't nothing.
It was funny.
Talk about my girl.
It was hilarious though, but she was protecting her little
Oh, you
boyfriend.
talking about that footage that she's about to fight somebody?
She was throwing the baby stroller at the girls.
Did she roll it? She rolled it.
She picked it up by the handle. It was trying to throw it at him, but I think her butt might have gotten away.
But you tell me that she was protecting her 18-year-old boyfriend?
Yes, it was 2 little girls that he got in a fight with.
Her boyfriend 18 for real?
She wasn't protecting him. She wasn't protecting him, was she?
Yeah,
he
had got into it with 2 little girls that were like 18
liquor?
also. And she came running to the rescue with the stroller, probably his stroller. And it was trying to launch it at the girls.
That's a real girlfriend though. That's a real girlfriend.
Yeah.
Why ain't something that says somebody touched her baby?
Somebody touched the baby.
But like, what? Maybe
Who was in the stroller though?
That's what I thought. That's why I said I thought the girl touched that baby.
But why? No, the kid. I hope the kid was not in the stroller.
What's his name?
Robbie.
Oh, they do got baby.
That's what I'm saying. That somebody said they did. It was probably a fake page, but you know how they do the truth.
I can picture her boyfriend in that stroller though.
But is it just me? Is it like, yo, when you reach her level of fame, maybe it's just me. Cat Williams said this one time, and it stuck with me ever. If I ever reach a level of fame or make a certain amount of money, I'm never doing anything I used to do. No one, in the age of social media, no one's going to catch me on camera doing anything that will destroy my image. Is everything. Reputation is more valuable
people like
than
that. That's
money.
who she is. She's drama.
She's dragging that wagon.
If she don't have drama, then who is she?
Somebody like her. Yeah, I agree.
But I always feel like the people who like the drama really can't buy your products.
She has nothing else.
Yeah, to us. She has nothing.
I don't know.
That's all she has is her drama.
But I get what you're saying though. Like if I ever got to that level,
maybe I'm just overthinking it because I'm always thinking about like, yo, I don't want to embarrass my family. I don't want to embarrass my daughter. Like I don't want to embarrass anyone.
But I'm not getting plugged on camera though. Like it gets to a certain level.
I feel you.
But her whole career is based on her.
My problem with it is not always them defending themselves. It's the fact that they get caught instigating something. That's what my problem is. It's like, it's all right, if you're defending yourself, defend yourself. But it's most of the time them instigating the shit. Mm-hmm. Like, was they swinging at Black China when she swung the stroller?
They be swinging at her boyfriend or something.
I ain't seen
the low one.
She's so nonchalant. I can't do it. No, she did that. I know, but
her baby boy.
She said the boyfriend could fit in the stroller.
Yo, Roxy.
So that's why I
don't know. And it wasn't like a baby stroller.
Turn 19.
It was one of those strollers that like the car. You got push a little car.
Is he rich? He out the rich camp? Like you got rich people?
I don't know.
If he ain't rich, that's chills for him though.
That's like
he probably the man around like
he might be rich because only the super rich dudes they be walking around on camera and on TV with no shape ups like Denzel and Jay-Z lately.
Whoa! Did you come at Denzel Washington?
He don't be having shape ups. Or
they don't have
Roxy,
to. They gonna roast your ass on Twitter.
They don't have to anymore.
They don't have to.
They don't have to do it no more.
Yeah, because Tim Duncan never got shape.
Because Denzel's so profound. You saw that the NAACP Image Award speech he gave.
He don't have to get shape up.
Tim is a black man that swim though. Like it ain't a lot.
Tim Duncan?
Yeah. I swim.
I can't imagine
you swim or you swim. Like he's from the island. Like
no, I can.
Don't compare how y'all maneuver water.
I can do back and forth. Okay. I can do back and forth in like 45
When the last time you did that?
I can't swim at all.
And how was dip party last summer? Shout out to H Franks. And how was dip party?
How many black women were in the pool?
A bunch, because June power dropped the girl. We thought she was dead.
June did that?
June power dropped the girl.
She looked like she died.
And how many feet of water?
This was like 10 feet of water.
No, 10. Oh, about to say she was.
We was down at the Sheridan and June did a WWF Owen Hart 1997 power driver. And when I say we was shook until Shorty came back up, we thought she was dead. Cause it was like that set the whole
Thought it was
tone.
K-Swift all up.
Yo, all the girls.
Rest in peace.
Oh my god. You didn't mean to say that, right?
Okay.
I ain't mean to say it like that. I ain't mean to say it like that.
Oh my
Rest in
god.
peace, kick his ass, bro.
Let's move along. Speaking of proof of like, cause I don't think Jamal can swim. Why do you think so many people are waiting to see Emily B's teeth? To see if Farrah was
I'm glad we on this topic right here.
Teeth, yo. It's like this.
Real quick, roll
I need
call.
to
Roll call.
see the
Do you
teeth.
believe the whole story that is
No,
true?
I mean,
What
listen.
about you?
First of all, you can't.
Thank you,
Public,
that's all
how
I
we
was
gonna
saying.
public condemn that man like that so fast? We be ready to drag they for trash.
because he was
Trash,
yelling.
this and that.
Because he was yelling.
Yo,
You know
they
why he was
dramatic. Yo, these videos
They took
really be
the
having
stuff, didn't
people
they?
going. You didn't.
Yeah, nigga take your gun. That's
They got bodies on
Exactly.
them.
Like, yo, first of all, I don't like
That's what I'm saying. What if his guns had bodies
I don't
on
like
them?
them.
And he don't
Can
know
I can I speak to this one point? Because women always talk about them coming first in the. Let me make this very clear. When you marry a man, yeah, that's
They're
your
not married
fault.
They
first
not
off.
married though.
They're not married though.
Well, whatever. When you living with a man, at this point, it's like common law marriage.
They
That one needs to
definitely
go.
got one of those.
Right. So when you're technically, let me say it again. When you marry a man, yes, your father was the first man in your house, but just like you wouldn't want my mother to come in your house and run your territory, I'll be damned if your father comes in my house, the shit I pay mortgage, and take a motherfucking thing. This is my house. That's my family. That's your daughter. But this is mine.
I do want to say, because we've been arguing about this for like 4 days,
Right.
like debating about this.
Yeah.
I do want to say, I'm a big fan of Fab, right? Music.
too.
Right.
If Fab hit this woman 7 times in her face, he is dead fucking wrong.
Yeah, he did wrong.
Period.
He did wrong. I'm not. We're not condoning domestic violence. We're not condoning.
I have known people that just zaps out and just beat the shit out of women.
Mm-hmm.
I knew people like that, but I also knew women. Something happened. And
Provoking.
not provoke them, because there's nothing that she should really do to make you
make
do
you
that,
beat
unless
up.
she tried to kill you.
Right.
But I know women that just make shit up and get a nigga locked up also. But
Men do it too, though.
yeah, and I also feel like this is my whole thing. If he was mad because you was in LA and you didn't tell him, if that's really what it was for, right?
Yeah, right.
And then I'm just saying, I'm just the story that they give us. If that's really what he was mad about, that was the issue. And then he punched you 7 times because of that and knocked your teeth out, right? And then you were so scared that you thought maybe he would shoot you, so you got your father to remove the guns. Why the hell would you go right back to the house?
That's what I be saying. The story.
I know you
To
live
record
there.
him for evidence.
I know you live
She's
there.
all in space with that
I
camera.
know you live there, but
But
come
I
on.
have a problem
Think
for
about
people,
our city.
for people who be trying to who want the story to be made public. Like maybe it's just me being over private. That's a private moment. First of all, who's holding the fucking camera? Second of all, like
How did TMZ get it?
right, exactly.
They went there with that mindset.
Right, like this is what I'm saying. Like you just, if you might have instigated a situation. Like if you knew your father and Fab ain't get along, why would you instigate that situation? Like why would you like
And then
bring
the,
that?
then the scream part, they made it seem like the scream was so like.
Right, and then like sis, you wasn't in that much. It wasn't.
If you was getting beat for what they said she was getting beat for 10 years, then you ain't that scared anyway.
Not even that, yo.
You got
It's
the confidence now.
Especially with your father and brother right there, you ain't that scared.
but it was 2 big ass security guards. Like sis, how much danger are you in?
Yeah, they said her teeth actually got knocked out March 7th.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Which was a while ago,
That what they
so.
said was
But
They got them fixed by now. They right back in the mouth.
Oh yeah, they definitely got to take money that she can get.
But this speaks to what y'all saying, like, because we talk a lot of sometimes, like, I've watched Criminal Minds too long, about Stockholm Syndrome. Do you think that some women, huh?
Now I'm about to go crazy. Like, what the fuck my phone at?
Like that Stockholm, do you think some women honestly get Stockholm Syndrome, or does it depend on the quality of the man? Does it depend on his bank account, how many kids you have, what's tied to
What kind of
him?
syndrome you said? Stockholm?
Yeah,
That's
when
what
you
they call
get
Is my live on?
feel more comfortable with your.
I don't know what you mean by it.
I ain't been to Stockholm.
Stockholm Syndrome is like when you are.
I ain't want to say it either, but
No,
damn, shit.
like it's a medical term is like when someone kidnapped you,
Okay.
and they torture you so much to the point where you become
You've been with them
dependent
for
on
so
them.
long.
You
okay.
dependent on
That's what
that.
you're used to, so you don't want to get out that
Like-
situation.
Oh,
But if
okay.
that was the case, if she was really like that, she wouldn't have fucking been in LA by herself. People would like
I
that.
don't think she would have called the police either. Or I don't think she did all that screaming.
Half
like
of that shit wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
My thing is,
I can't say whether he did it or whether he's not.
I just need proof before I believe it. Like anything.
You're the only woman up here.
Even if I heard her say it, then
Can
maybe
you
it can
speak
say
to men not wanting every woman to feel like from that video that it's a given that he beat? Like, women were watching that video and they were like,
yeah, he beat her. He been beating her.
I think that's
I can watch that video and he been beating the shit out of her.
I think it's
Yo,
stupid.
y'all
to believe anything
I go back and watch it.
And
Like,
I can't
do
tell
y'all
he
know?
been beating the
I'm
shit
like,
out of her.
bro, I'm like, do y'all know he mad because they moved his guns?
Right, like, yo.
What y'all talking about?
They ain't even know that, like, but have y'all ever, like,
That's why you can't
y'all
respond
got
to
yoked
everybody
up
on the
or
internet.
yoked y'all nigga up before?
I
Like,
never got yoked up before. No.
Never got yoked up before, but like, I was in a group, like, that's why I was in a group. Every woman
No, they
got
been mad.
yoked up
Hey,
and felt like they could yoke a nigga up, like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, that's it.
Yo, no, ladies, y'all been mad like that before. When your mother told your company to leave, you been mad like
My
that.
mother.
Oh, yeah, I was fuck my mother up in my head. I used to put her ass in my head like, this bitch gonna make me get off the phone.
No, but in
She
all
don't say shit though. You just like.
in all seriousness, social media has done this thing where people see 10 seconds or 30 seconds
That's
of a video,
dumb as shit.
and you know the whole. That's why.
It's like the dude that got shot in the head on live. Everybody knew, oh, that was a setup. She did it on purpose. Whole time they called the police and waited there, looking stupid and scared as shit.
Yeah.
Why would they do it on live on purpose?
And then why would they call the police? Why would they do it at a crowded gas station?
More on me on live.
Because people want.
Don't get me wrong.
Like,
At first I was like, I think she did it on purpose. But then when I thought, I said, okay, if they knew they was gonna do that, I think they would have took the phone off alive.
She's just a dumbass.
I mean, because you know what I mean. You got the
They all
gun,
stupid.
nigga, cut the phone
She
off.
just that stupid. And no, he was smart. He was keeping that motherfucker away from her because he said, yo, you on some wild shit, you
Yeah.
feel me? But that's
It still look crazy because he like, damn, where you from again?
I know he
Like,
ain't no
fuck, you don't know
in that
her?
chamber though.
It looked like it was like club letter hours because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning too.
Not to be sexist, I swear to God, because I like to go to the gun range for fun. And that video reinforced why when I date girls or even my homegirls, but mostly when I date girls, when I tell them I go to the gun range, because you know the stupid question, what you like to do for fun? I like to go to the gun range to blow off some steam.
And that, I ain't gonna lie, that like, you know, I think you really know if you tell a chick that's like a little attraction she had.
No, not
It's
even
cool,
that.
That's cool. I mean, I know you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I know you
stop,
know. I know you know. that.
Look.
Oh,
No,
girl, oh,
no,
yeah, girl, you
because
think
I used
business
to
and all that.
I used to shoot guns illegally, so now I shoot them legally. But it's like it's like when they were
That's
like,
chills. That's chills.
He
I like
swim, he
that.
shoot. What else? Jamal, what else do you
That was
do?
chill. Talk, nigga.
Do you swim and
Talk.
shoot at the same time? Do you swim and shoot at the same time?
First of all,
what else do you do?
stop it, Rob,
So you, all
please.
right, so I get it. So you Charlamagne,
No,
Michael Phelps,
no,
and Nino. I got
no. People, my real friends will always tell you I never brag. Like the shit I say I did. But my point is like, why I don't take girls to shoot is for this one fear. It's like girls, for some reason, they never understand how deadly guns are.
Fuck out of here.
I've seen girls
Fuck out of
play
here.
with guns.
I can outshoot you, I guarantee.
Ooh, get him,
At the gun range?
Roxy, that's not what I'm talking
At the gun
about.
range?
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about. I've seen.
That's what I did when I was a CO. I was an instructor.
You a different breed. Me and you both went through the same training. When
Gun
I'm talking
sergeant.
about, when I'm talking about,
Yeah, that's cheap.
what I'm talking about is other. I've seen
Training.
girls play
Then
with.
say some women.
Okay,
Then
some
say
women. So Roxy, don't get offended.
Yes.
I've seen girls play with my empty chamber gun. Like, the fuck? How do you even know it was empty? Like you playing around with the yo.
Why
this is-
isn't
So you
your
let
gun in the
her
gun
play around with
safe?
the pistol. You definitely got
No,
the
first
pistol.
Why isn't your gun in the safe?
It
sir?
was, but you know,
That's where it belongs.
no, you know how Snoopy girls are. Like I put it in my thing, I ain't thinking the bitch going under my bed. I'm like, the fuck are you doing with my gun? Like,
Well, you
put
know
it
girls
down.
is nosy.
Right.
try to go there. That's
So I run across that and I'm like, this is why I don't take them to the
I
gun
bring a
range
gun in my
because they
house.
don't
I'm
understand.
not telling my wife what a gun is.
Like unless you've seen, like I'm sure
Nah,
Bob,
we ain't gonna
yeah,
do
like
that.
I know y'all grew up with them. I'm sure Roxy.
They're
seen
fucking
this.
retarded then.
I've seen niggas shot in front of me. So it's like I know the seriousness of the weapon. It's not to be played with.
Saying niggas shoot themselves by accident.
Shoot the sex by accidents, niggas
Shut up,
walking
shut
up.
up, Bob.
It's just too much. So like that video made me realize that she knew it was a weapon, but she really ain't know it was a weapon.
Yeah.
Like she didn't understand the gravity of that
but
shit.
you know what it is? It's the way the shit is now. The internet, you know how she grabbed the gun. Like what she was saying, yeah, you fuck nigga, something.
Finger go right on the trigger.
Dumbass shit.
Boom,
She-
click
when
it.
she first
Whoa.
picked it up, she
Whoa.
pulled the
Right on
trigger.
the trigger. What are you doing?
When she first picked it up, she pulled the trigger.
Gun like
And
this.
the first thing you know,
like
like
say something. playing the shit.
I never
I'd
put
have
my.
stole her ass. Man, I'd have knocked her ass.
Yo, anybody who's ever used a real gun has never put their hand on the trigger unless they was about to shoot a motherfucker.
That's why he asked
Like, yo.
the setup. You get what I'm saying? That had us thinking like,
No.
was that?
I'm not gonna say their names, but I got 2 homeboys, right? And if they watching it, no, they ain't. If they watching it, no, like we was young. I was about 17, 16. So we was in my homeboy basement, and he had like a sawed-off pump, but it was jammed. So he banging this shit on the floor to like unjam it, right? But the barrel is pointed up, so he just boom, boom, boom. So like the third time he did it, right? He was like, shit, yo. He turned it over, right? So now it's pointed down. He banging that bitch one time, boom, and that bitch went off. You feel me? And it went off. So if you was this way,
you would blew
one more time,
You would have put it down.
So you know what I mean? So motherfuckers know. Like that's why like I don't know. When shit happen on the internet, yo, it just make you, because everybody got a voice on the internet.
But that's the thing. It's like everything in your life is not.
You to think like, oh,
My first thought is like, yo, I don't do criminal shit no more. But the first, I've never, even if Instagram or let's put it back, Facebook and shit was.
My fault. I wasn't there when they did that. They
Yeah, right. But even if Facebook was hot back in the time I was doing about, am I the only one like? Maybe because I never did time or never my record is clean. I hate when niggas be like, oh yo, my record, you see my rap sheet. That just proves to me that you a dumb criminal. You got caught. Like, why everybody want to be on camera with a gun? First of all, I hope you got a license for this shit. that you brandishing on live and shit.
That's how this era is now, man.
That's my thing, and it's like,
the women like that. The women that certain people attract, they like that. They like when niggas show the money. They like when niggas show the guns, because they like, oh yeah, girl, he fly, he got money, and he play with them pistols.
No, because you mind like I bet you never want to be violent around your wife because like.
You talking about besides like the abuse part?
Huh? No, I'm just saying, like, you never want your wife to see you on 1,000. You never want her to see that violent side of you. For one, it scares the hell out of your girl. It's like, yo, my man is like that. Like, you wouldn't want to see your husband violent.
I let my wife know.
For real?
I let my wife know, like, what situation I would react a certain way. I let her know those things when we talk, but I hope she never had to see it. You know what I'm saying? Or I hope she never had to see me get fucked up either. Like, you know, vice versa. Yeah. You know what I mean? I hope not. But I do pray. But if it ever went down the first time, I hope I do fuck some shit up. Don't want to get fucked up. She see me for the first time. Yeah. She gonna make her different way. She gonna start playing with it.
Wait.
Instead of the suggestion, the subtle shit on the trash.
My husband's scared of shit, so I hate that shit.
Go get that fucking trash, you feel me?
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. So then y'all gonna be here like, yo, he was here on the show. I don't think he did that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time.
This is my thing. Like, as a nigga who's lost a few fights, I've lost 5 fights in my life.
You counted?
Yeah, I'm 12 and 5. I'm 12 and 5. I'm 12 and 5.
As an adult?
As an adult, yeah, 12 and 5.
That's 16.
I was 16.
Oh, 16.
You know, a lot of people ain't fight after.
No, but I'm saying as 12, I haven't fought since I was 23. As an adult, I'd say that 12 and 5 is probably because I can respect those niggas because you gave me my money's worth. Like, you bested me on the. When did it become?
I'm undefeated as an adult.
When did it become? Now, we talking as an adult. After 18, I'm undefeated. Yeah, like, them 5 losses.
As a kid, though, I ain't gonna lie.
And them 5 losses.
You make me fucking sick, yo.
Look, this is nigga. This is nigga I went to elementary school. I hope he watching too, because he always watching the entire room.
Oh my
with
God.
The Elementary. I was fucking with him. He was quiet and shit.
Hold on, shout out to school again. What you on here?
Gover's Elementary, yo, right over your road. I was bullying him and shit, right? Like fucking with him. And that's, you remember when you was like kids, niggas ain't really hit each other in the face yet. It was like body shots. But you had them some niggas that was already advanced. Yeah. So I wasn't advanced shit. I was just more of a like forward to the chest, like, oh yeah, Tyree fucked you up. That type nigga, and I could wrestle a little bit. Man, I kept playing with you this day. I don't know why I played with Tyrone this day.
Jab,
Jab. One jab, headlock, 4 jabs. I told him. I told him. You remember how you burned
in his face.
I was 3rd grade. I'm 32 now.
It's the 18th anniversary of Kobe two-piece too. So speak to you.
I seen him on Facebook. He was talking in the inbox. I said, yo, how you been? He's like, man, I see, damn, I ain't know you was going to do all this, you know, like, because he didn't know I was going to act and shit. I'm like, yeah, but listen, if I ever see you, I guess we going to fight again.
No, but I'm
I
saying
put that
like
on my mother. If I
when
see him, we gonna
got
swear.
scrapped.
it used to be if you
I'm
lost
mad about that,
if you
though.
lost a fight and you put a respectable effort like a UFC fight, niggas was like, yo, you lost, but I respect you a
Nah,
man.
no,
Nowadays it's like you lose, you's a bitch. You can't even lose respectively.
Nah, man.
Because niggas not trying to
You
scrap it out every
gotta
time they see
you gotta
each
look
other.
at my data.
Look what he
Like,
talking about.
first of all, I remember what I had on. That's Grand Hills. You know Grand Hills that first came out?
I used to always have Grand Hills. My dad used to buy
No,
them.
serious, I was fly. I was fly. No, he ain't fuck. I was still fly, and I was bully. I could fight though, but I was bullying him. I didn't expect it when he caught me. Then it was the headlock, and then it was bop, and it broke up. So I had to walk back in class like, you know what I mean? I was popular, so I had to walk back in class like you know, cool and shit, but everybody looking like, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I feel like our generation should be considered, like, that should be considered more respectable in a generation where niggas would rather shoot you than fight head up. I respect any niggas, win or lose or draw. If you fight and y'all rap it out,
one-on-one, that's
yo, I'm down for
The
it.
only
Like,
time I don't is when you the one to initiate that shit, talking all the shit, and then you get your ass beat.
well,
Then I can't respect it.
I always feel like something
Well, initiated how? Like,
Yeah, something
You stop talking shit.
like trying to start shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you get your ass beat. No.
But initiating the issue is subjective. Like, who knows what initiated it?
You on camera running your fucking mouth, getting in their face.
But most of the time,
but what if the nigga that's quiet started this shit for real?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but the
So
video,
that's not on camera.
but the video only
then
started with me mouthing off.
then
Like,
that's
It don't
what
count.
it
It don't count.
You get fucked up on video. So obviously,
yeah.
whatever he did, you should just let him do that shit.
Yeah,
Nah,
should let
but
that
nah.
go.
no, that's.
Or you should have just hit him. Why people gotta talk anyway when they about to fight?
I respect. Like,
No,
yo, look,
I'm
we
with
seen the
you on
video.
that.
I don't know if y'all seen. I seen the video today. We was talking about this in the chat too. It was a guy, right? He said he must not be from here because he kept saying it. He was walking through the store. He had bought some Jordans, right? And the nigga walked up to him and was like, yo, let me buy them Jordans from you. But he like cut him off. You seen it?
Yeah, it's nasty.
He like cut him off, like, let me buy these Jordans from you. The dude was like, nah, yo, I don't want to sell you my Jordans. He was like, yo, come on, I got the money right here, let me buy them. He was like, yo, nah, yo, like, come on, I'm not even from here. Like, you could already tell he
His vibe,
wasn't no
yeah,
tough
he
guy.
wasn't,
He didn't
yeah.
want no trouble. He didn't want nothing. He just wanted to get his shit and get the fuck out of harm's way. The dude hollered, yo, I'm not leaving here without him. So I already, even though I know it's about to be some shit because the video, but I'm like, okay, what, is he about to pluck this nigga?
Right.
But I was thinking like, yo, gonna try some shit and the quiet nigga about to fuck him up. That's what I was thinking.
Not what
Hey,
happened.
no, I ain't what happened at all. Yo kept on acting. It was like, yo, I don't want. Yo just snatched his fucking
the
shoes
shit
from
out
him
of this shit.
and just walked away though. He didn't run. He just walked away and yo just was like,
Niggas
Are you fucking serious?
everybody in the store like, nigga
Yo,
took
still what the
his
dick
shoes.
look like.
But like.
I don't like shit.
But
like
he,
that.
I really do hate that because, like, when he would have cut you off, it's like you would have been like, first of all, like, why are you that close to my space?
But look, if he cut you off, right?
You
it'd
should
be
have had them shoes
it'd
in
be
a white lady purse.
It'd be like, yo, let me buy these shoes. Like the first thing would be like, the fact that he cut me off, I'm on defense now. So it'd be like, no, I'm not selling my shoes. Yo, come on, bruh. Check this out, bruh. I'm not selling my fucking shoes. Go ahead,
I'm
bunch
brushing
of
past, yo.
When a nigga say, yo, I ain't leaving without him, I'd have plucked him.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
what was
that
that?
Off
part.
the break.
If it just meant,
Because
like,
I already knew what was about to happen.
Crazy.
Like, I thought I'd mellowed out, but now there's like, I'll be out with my daughter and like, you know, maybe the homeless people be asking for money. I'll be even more on guard and more aggressive than usual. Cause like, I hate when they approach me with my kid. It's like, yo, you don't back the fuck up. Like, if it's just me, it's one thing.
I will
But
say
my
this,
daughter's
though.
right here.
You
Like,
know
what the fuck
You know
are
what's
doing?
the people that's worse than homeless people?
What?
And they aggressive. These them niggas that be on Bloomingdale. Is that Bloomingdale? Bloomingdale and Hilton?
What went on
With
with
the
the?
scratches? Yeah.
that team.
They just stole somebody's car, didn't they?
Nigga.
They just stole a car.
That, like they might be the only group of niggas I'm scared of. Like, I don't know, man.
I fucked
Seriously.
with them little niggas.
Listen, they came into the window. I'm going to practice one Saturday morning. They go to the window. I'm like, yo, I'm good, yo. I'm good.
The Gwen
Hey,
Falls
bro,
niggas
you
quiet
ain't gotta
for
give me
us compared
nothing.
to them, yo.
He like, you ain't gotta give me nothing. I got you. Like, yo, I'm good, man. We got you. And they hit my shit in there. I'm like. So then they look. I'm like, yo, but I told you I didn't have nothing for you. He like, damn. I'm like, yo, listen, yo. When I come back from practice, I'm gonna hit the back machine. And
I'm
y'all
gonna drop some shit back on the yard and shit.
Now
I
what
came
happened
back,
if you
yo,
run
they
them
was
over?
there. I gave him $5 when I came back. Just
Was they appreciative?
yeah, because they consistent. They like that.
No, but they was
They
gonna know
work
about
harder than
that.
niggas
They was gonna know about that $5
They
though.
work
Next
harder
time
than
they was
niggas
gonna
at the
drop
I'm glad I don't go in the city. Cause I would have ran them right the fuck over. I got
The funny thing
PTSD.
is, that is a
I got PTSD.
They fuck with the white people and the girls. They fuck with the white people and the girls the most. You feel me?
Yeah.
They don't fuck with us. They don't fuck with us. You feel me? They fuck with the white people.
Like,
and the girls.
like what's some disrespectful
Yo,
shit?
some disrespectful.
They
They be cool. You know how they fuck with us.
They be cool, but they
Yo.
they persistent though. They.
But I'm giving them money sometimes when I actually had the money. You know why? Because I respect the fact that instead of out here stealing, they out here
They
making.
did steal the
honest
other
living.
day though. When they reached their hand and took the bitch wallet, and she went to chase them, and they pulled off with a fucking car.
What was
That's
this?
true.
was
They
it.
infiltrated it. No.
It was
Let's
it.
speak to that. That's like the Illuminati. That's not the Squeegee boy. Somebody else.
I don't
Well,
know.
it could have been.
I don't think
That's somebody else.
that's good. They
They
really cool. All they really want to do, they really just want to.
No, yo, D just said they carjacked the lady recently.
Yeah.
Stop. See, that's what I'm saying.
They really carjacked the lady.
The lady did an interview. She said it was the same bitch she see all the time.
No way that was
And
done.
she said she always give them money.
They stole the
They stole the
squeeze.
squeeze.
She said she always give them money.
They
And then
stole the squeegees though.
Squeegee,
They probably did. They probably did.
Listen, the Squeegees definitely been the gas station. But y'all, listen, let them get their
Yo,
hustle
but
together.
all they really want to do,
Squeegee, yo.
they really just want to wash your window though. I just be like, yo, go ahead. Yo,
Really? Look like yo.
I don't drive
Check
in
where they
the
posted that. They
city.
not even in no mess. They not even in the middle. No, you know what I mean?
They do a good job though when they do that shit though. They do a good
If
job.
it's not in Owings Mills,
Whoa, can we-
Woodlawn, Randallstown, I'm not fucking going.
Can we talk about the fact that Facebook is on some FBI shit? It saw Bot face and then told me to tag him in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they do
you know,
that
we've
now.
been on
You
Facebook.
can post, yo,
They've been on
Like-
Facebook.
you can post a picture and the tag will pop up already.
Whoa,
Well, your Facebook ain't been when you go to Google and search something and you come back
And they,
and be on the side.
Anybody else know that Facebook out here on this CIA
or
shit?
listen, oh
Late,
sorry,
man.
if
Messenger.
you talk about something on the phone, they can pop it up. It can pop up in the ad.
Messenger has your camera, has your
voice, everything.
your, all
Roxy
that.
just popped up on this bitch.
That's how it works.
Your name Monica?
Monique.
Your name, Monica.
So how your name Roxanne?
Can't
Just
fucking
like
sing, no.
Roxanne Shante. I have two names. Listen, let me be
See
great.
Roxanne Shante, all right, you want to get to it?
Yeah, let's talk about
Say your
Roxanne
name,
Shante.
say your name.
She had to drop
Not
the
really.
movie. So first of all, let me ask you, how did you enjoy the movie? Was it a good
I
movie?
wasn't gonna watch it because I don't like depressing ass shit like that.
Right,
But I watched
know
it. It
that.
was pretty good though.
Did you watch? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I watched it the
Roxanne
first day it
Shante, did you
came
watch?
out.
Was it good to you?
Yeah, I liked it. It was.
Yeah, that was you. No.
I actually never even knew nothing about her in
Yeah.
real life though.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Fuck?
whoa, whoa.
Who you
What it
Oh
is?
my god.
I did not mean to add nobody.
You looking for him?
Hey, he on the show. He on the show at this point.
Yo, who was that?
Oh, what it is,
I see
D?
a sideways ball here.
Hey, yo, D, what's up, yo?
man, Ignacio. What it is?
Oh, that's what that is.
At this point, we gonna have you on the show.
Well, I should say I see a sideways boy. That's
That's all I can see from here.
Yo, they really stole the squeegees, yo.
And the wallet and the car.
Yo, D, where you learn about this, yo? How you know they stole the squeegees?
He downtown with it.
Ask him about Roxanne Shante, because that's what the fuck we're
That's
on
what
right
we
now.
on Roxanne.
How you feel
Shante.
about that Roxanne
hold on,
Shante?
no. Hold the fuck up. Is somebody in name Tim?
Nah.
See,
Somebody said they want to fight
no,
Tim.
my wife on here with hard ass talking about Tim. Fuck is she talking
Who
about?
the fuck is that? How you feel about that Roxanne Shante, yo? Give your
I got me
opinion real quick.
a typo.
How you feel about that Roxanne Shante? Was it a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you feel about
Oh, you ain't watching it at all?
I ain't saying.
Even though Bob asked us all to watch it before Monday.
Exactly.
Because it was his topic.
Yeah, I was supposed to. Yeah.
I ain't got Netflix.
That definitely was my big topic for the day.
Y'all fill me in on that.
So
Oh, you see?
Roxanne Shante, what's the right?
Oh, she talking about Tim Duncan. I forgot she liked Tim Duncan.
She, I'm not even.
You see how? Now you see that?
You said, who the fuck is Tim?
Look, you see that though? That's that Emily ass. She cleaned that shit up ASAP.
Yo, we gotta go, yo. We gotta go.
She cleaned that shit up ASAP though. Oh, Tim Duncan.
Roxanne touched on. Alright, so I'm just gonna Roxanne Shante, y'all can do y'all history on the rap story and all that yourself. What I'm touching on is in the movie, Roxanne Shante's father left the scene, you feel me? From that day,
That was some
he
funny shit.
left on some cruddy shit. I don't even want to tell people shit because y'all gonna watch it, but he left on some real cruddy stuff that really rocked her mother to the core. And her mother started drinking, and from that day, she never had her mother again. You feel me? Her mother was toxic. Her mother couldn't
Her mother
take
was
care
fucked
of
up before that.
responsibility. Yeah.
But she looked like she was for the movie.
She had
She
to
looked
get
like she looked like she was in way better shape.
Yeah,
for that.
better shape, but
cause
not
she-
good.
cause
Anytime you gonna lock your daughter out the house at fucking 14. No, not even 14
but
yet.
that just get.
But see,
that,
nah,
that
that was
goes along with the
discipline,
topic too.
That's not
because
discipline.
goes
Locking her out, and she's in danger at that
But that
point.
was passed down. Let's talk to you. Feel me? That's on the same
that's-
topic as
that's-
toxic
that's-
mothers.
that's-
Toxic mothers, they was hurt. a lot of women, you feel me, didn't like me bringing up mothers being toxic because it's like, well, they didn't learn that. They didn't. That's not them. They learned that from somewhere. Or they was hurt by the man.
It don't matter.
That doesn't matter. I'm past that, and to even get to that, and get to this topic, we gotta really. It's no victimizing. Forget that. You feel me? Everybody's a victim in a situation. So at the end of the day, speaking to toxic mothers in the black, you feel me, community. It's an unspoken thing for real, and it shouldn't be that way. We gotta touch it because a lot of women are still hurting from what their mothers did to them, and they can repeat that cycle.
Yeah, and you can't really keep blaming your mother because it's your choice to move forward from that.
All right.
Like if I went on and raised my children the way my mother raised me, they'd be fucked. They'd be fucked up. Not saying my mother was a bad mother, but she. My love not on. She was rough. She was like really rough. Like it got to the point that I was so sheltered. Like I couldn't leave my front yard until I was like 16, 17.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful with treating your children like that. Cause we, like, not saying that was you at all. I would never say that. But when we was in school, like a lot of girls like that.
Oh, you pray on them, yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't wait till they get out. Cause we like when they finally get out,
they make it out. When they make it out,
that's how it happens though. I was bad when I finally got out the house. It got rough.
Jeez.
I was all over the place when I finally got out.
That's the thing.
The times are different though. You got to be able to adjust.
So first of all, that's
my mother would say shit to me like, "Oh, obviously I'm gonna go with my father." Well, your father don't want you. Like, oh shit. But that wasn't true though. It wasn't though. My father was always there. Wherever my mother moved, my father would follow.
So she was just projecting that hurt on her.
But it's not just the girls. Like I can speak to like my mother raised me on herself, took care of me, worked 2-3 jobs. I'm grateful for that. But
you was out shooting and shit when she was at work. But go ahead.
Shooting, swimming.
That was late. I had to test the water.
Shooting, swimming, and losing 5 fights.
Shout out for grandmothers because it's not for my grandmother telling me to make a promise not to be like my uncles and my brother.
Yeah, shout out to the grandmother.
Yeah, mama.
But my mother was the type where she was rough. Like whereas like she was, if I did something that she thought was just crazy, she would like, "Why you act so stupid?" Or say something just real crazy. So it's like. And I can be honest about this. This is why I react so visceral to when women try to insult me because I grew up with an overbearing mother who did that.
Yeah, you're very sensitive about that shit.
It's not about sensitive. I react.
What is that? What you say that word?
Sensitive. I'm not sensitive. What I am is like I had to me it's this. I have no tolerance for it. I had to endure it from my mother. I'm blood of her blood, flesh of her flesh. She gave life to me. I have to endure it from her. I'll be damned if I have to endure it.
But we all did.
My point is like no different. It's like. All right, me being sensitive to the fact that maybe I date a girl who father abandoned her, I'll be sensitive to that and not be in and out of her life.
My mother told me she was gonna hang my ass from the fireplace.
No, what I'm saying is like girls are sensitive to the fact, Rox, is like if your father was in and out, I'll make sure not to be in and out your life. I'm gonna be consistent. I'm gonna be one way or another. Girls are sensitive that dudes have overbearing mothers and they talk to you like every regular nigga. They talk to you like every nigga. Like no, yo, I had to deal with that shit from my mother who was toxic, who couldn't keep a man. To be honest, she couldn't keep a man. Why? My mother was one of those types of girls that I talk about right now. And this was the contrast. My grandmother was a Southern woman who was submissive. She ran a family, 9 kids. But despite what women think, submissive doesn't mean she was weak. My grandmother was dangerous as shit with a knife. My grandfather did not play because he knew better. But she was a woman's woman. My mother, on the other hand, because my father left her, my brother's father left her, she did this whole independent thing, woman. And my stepfather, who I love, man, he rest in peace, their marriage only lasted a couple of years because she couldn't get off that independent woman shit. Like that post I made. That shit is not attractive. Saying you're an independent woman on a team, us being married, y'all married, that's a team sport. You're not independent.
Every day.
Don't tell me that you independent, don't need me, bitch, you gotta go somewhere else. Seriously, you gotta go somewhere else.
We don't need me.
What the fuck am I doing for?
Together,
if you let girls tell it, they don't even need you to fuck you. They got plastic for that. What the fuck am I here for?
Wait, what?
You in them same groups we in. Stop it, Roxy. Am I wrong? Am I lying?
She's deflecting.
Hold on. Shit, am I lying?
It's been a couple weeks, Roxy. Hold on. You're not getting back to this shit.
You're not getting back to this shit. I just wasn't expecting that turn. Because I was about to start.
She said what?
It caught me off guard because I was about to start talking about something else. And then I didn't expect to start hearing about dildos and shit. So I was going to say that, like, my mother, she's the way she is not because of men leaving her, but because her father left. And
That
now,
just
when
like-
she got in a relationship, she always felt like she needed to leave before she got left by them too, because men are always going to leave in her mind.
Yeah.
So she
That's
pushed her right away.
important.
No man has ever like left her. She always like, all right, I'm done. Bye.
All right, nigga.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
That's
you said,
deep.
that's important.
deep.
That's why like when you got I have a daughter and I got stepdaughters. That's why I try my best to show them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, it's hard. You know, because me and my wife might get to arguing, things like that. We try so hard not to even
Do that.
Do it in
raise
front
our
of her.
voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it happened a few times, but we you know, we still working. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we try not to argue in front of them. You know, we try to make them believe that it's all peaches and cream, and it
That's
might
the way.
be you know what I'm saying? It might be problems, but you know, we deal with them in a respectful.
That's a healthy.
We don't raise our voice. We do petty shit to each other real quiet.
But that's how
Like, I might trip him and shit.
Yeah, we do all that type of shit. This
I
nigga
trip.
thing is fun. You know what
You
I'm
got
saying?
to, yeah.
But
Yes.
the providing part.
That's a
you know what
healthy
I'm saying? Let them,
disposition, though. Like, we never talk about. All right, we always talk about shielding kids from the arguments, but the healthy thing is to show them that there are disagreements, there are conflicts, but as family, we work through it. Not boyfriend girl. I'm talking about husband and wife. It's like, all right, yeah, mommy and daddy may not be getting along, but daddy never left the house.
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
never no real wild shit. They disagreed. They made up. That's how healthy relationships
when I
work.
think about the children, I'm actually glad that we married. So it can, you know, maybe that could just be instilled in them a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a good.
Because
That's a good thing.
I don't know about y'all, but I grew up in a household. The only person who was married was my grandmother and grandfather.
Yeah.
But we was too young to even understand that. But like our parents, boy, your father ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? At the time, he wasn't. My father, you know, he was on drugs, in and out of jail, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he got a good heart. But you know, he wasn't in my life because of that. But you know when your father ain't doing what he's supposed to do, you know how the mother be, but your father ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin mother telling her father ain't shit, like they ain't never around. So it's like, so
Maybe
you
they
know,
ain't.
so we think shit. It might be cool to just get a chick pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I mean? You never know. So that's why that whole foundation is important. You know what I'm saying? And even when you're trying to raise your kids to like, you know, raise your daughter to like try to show her like, you know, what a man's supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? But you try to, like, you know what I mean? It's like it's a thin line between a man, you know, like basically somebody being your man and somebody being your father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what did I think when my parents got divorced?
Yeah.
You gotta tell us.
I'm thinking like, what the? Like, I don't think I felt any type of. I found
That's why I
out.
looked at y'all like,
I found out on my 5th grade graduation actually that they were getting a divorce.
like at the graduation.
Yep, graduation day.
5th grade graduation.
Yeah.
I'm about to say
I
that's
said,
shit.
They was like, they took me
I
to
was
my
old enough
graduation
where
together. We went out to eat together and all that.
I would have understood.
I found out
double
during the
gifts. I would
graduation.
have understood double gifts.
Cause my father was like, "Oh, I see you ain't go through with those
2
divorce papers."
Christmases, 2 birthdays.
Motherfucker, I'm talking about my experience with divorce.
I'd have been happy.
Anyway, we was in the auditorium and my father making jokes. He was saying, "Oh, I see you ain't go through with those divorce papers." And I was like, "Oh, I already signed that shit and turned it in." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I wasn't sure what all that meant. I knew what divorce was. I didn't know anything about
They
paperwork.
said that in front of you before they. Damn, you went up on the stage and cried or something. That's fucked up, man. Not so much.
The way I was raised, my emotions are very suppressed, so I don't cry. The way I was raised, I don't.
You don't cry at
do
all?
emotions and shit.
I saw your wedding pictures. Look like you cried.
I definitely did not cry during my wedding.
Damn, why you gotta say it like that though?
Because
Like,
I don't cry. I
Did
don't
your
do
husband
that.
cry?
Well, you showed some
So your
emotion.
husband-
You looked
did
like
your
you was
husband
happy. That was an
He
emotion.
probably saw me cussing people out. That's what I did a lot.
Did your
your husband
husband?
Cause said no, he didn't cry. I would have smacked the shit out of him. He would have cried.
Ooh.
No, I
So
wasn't.
Roxy ain't a part of that. Oh, if my husband don't break down like this, I'm turning back around and walking back down. They ain't
If
her
he would have
fault.
cried, I would have turned back around and walked the fuck out. Don't do that. No, I don't like
I'm gonna
that.
cry when I get married.
I don't know what I'm
It's
going
gonna
to
be
do
that
when I
deep.
get married. That's the honest
It's
to
gonna be
God's
that
truth.
deep. I promise you
It
it's gonna be
depends
that
on the
I'm
woman.
gonna be. I tried to
Did
cry
you
on
cry?
purpose. I tried to cry on purpose.
Nigga pinched himself.
Nigga keep going like
You should
that.
have licked your finger.
I will say this,
Nah, I
like,
can't cry, but
since I've like gotten in my 30s, y'all two including this, I've met a lot of couples in our generation who are married, which gives me hope. Even though I haven't reached that level of relationship yet, I aspire to. And the
you're
fact that
dying
you,
right now?
I've
Dot
retired.
with
Well,
a towel. Dot with a towel is not.
Are you like
Dot
gratin?
with a towel on dot.
You gratin?
No, I'm
You know what gratin is?
no, what is that?
That's like grown and thought. You know.
No, I'm not.
Crap.
I'm dating. I'm dating one girl at a time to try to build a relationship. If that
Look at
ends,
you.
I date one girl at a time. But because I grew up with my grandparents, I know that marriage is essential, but I only want to do it once. What I see a lot of, I don't see, well, I've seen a lot of, maybe 50-50. I see a lot of rushed marriages because they've been together a long time. But now
And they feel like it's just
right. But now I'm starting to see, like, I've seen
Roxanne
Roxanne met y'all, like,
in my mind, I got divorced like 3 times.
but I can see, and this is why I always say I trust my instinct. I've seen a lot of people, even people I don't know personally, I can see the genuineness in their marriages. It's
never
like,
tasted that before.
it's like, it's not phony, it's not forced, it's a real thing. So it's like,
Me and my husband got married pretty fast though.
fast doesn't always mean it's bad.
Right.
My
What's pretty fast?
6 months.
No, not that fast. We were dating for like, no, maybe 13, 14 months.
That's not fast.
I thought she was about to say 13
But
years.
y'all do each other.
We knew each other since middle school though.
Right.
But see, that was a film.
Man, my wife got married fast. I was in jail when we got married too. She was Mrs. 2955461.
Stop it.
Damn, I just said it on the radio. Damn.
No, yeah, you did.
They're forever now.
Yeah, but and that's what
I didn't kill nobody and I ain't raped nobody, so.
praise God.
Brother Mark.
But I'm just saying, like that's one of the good things that I see, especially like meeting more people like y'all. Is like I'm seeing more healthy, natural relationships as opposed to we just doing it for the gram, the MCMs, the WCWs.
Now let me ask you about that though. I don't feel like I gotta always post my wife as an MCM.
As you shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I gotta do?
You did say
Well, that's an MCM, so I will hope you wouldn't post
said
on that.
MCM.
I hope you would. I know y'all
Oh
probably joke
shit!
like
Oh
that,
no!
but
Pause!
I hope
Pause!
you wouldn't post
Pause! Oh my god! They gonna kill me for that. Yo, I know they gonna hear that. They gonna kill me in the chat for that. Pause! I mean, post her as a WCW. I definitely said MCM.
You know, I feel like as long as it's like, say if you post a celebrity, I don't think it should be that big of a deal. It's a crush. Everyone has celebrity.
Oh well, no, I'm not gonna post a celebrity. No, I'm just saying, like, I feel like I don't have to post you every week now.
No, please don't.
You my wife.
You married
don't.
her. That's the ultimate crush. You married her.
Please don't post me every.
She'd have crossed 365 days a year.
Yeah, that's what's well,
She's
no.
splitting taxes.
No,
So how long
She
before
like
you
a
get
crush,
work?
like,
So I need to know the line. So
It's like 120 days. I'm like, man,
but like how long before you work? Like if you make it like half the year and you was never the WCW, you don't care?
No, I don't.
Okay. Cause you the wife.
when we first got married, yo, and we posted each other a whole lot. I feel like now you don't gotta do that shit anymore like that.
You're gonna run out of pictures though, like eventually. So stop that shit.
I'm really glad y'all agree with me because I know she watching. So I'm not the only one thinking like that.
Were you the first one of your friends to get married?
No. My homeboy Mel married.
Did that start a chain?
You always wanted to get married?
I'm only asking that
Oh,
because
yes, yeah, always
one of my
wanted to get
college friends are getting married, and I feel like it was a chain reaction. What happened was I had my daughter first, then one of my other homeboys got married. Had his daughter, and a dude who's getting married had his son. So now it's like he's the one getting married, and I feel like that's the next domino. It's like the rest of us.
Y'all follow?
No, it's just like
A couple of my friends got
it's like
my closest friend,
Yeah.
Dre. He got married when he got married. He got married. Oh, he got like 5 years in, I think.
But
He got married a while ago.
I don't want to make it a follow thing. It's like it's basically that law of attraction. You are who you hang around. So it's like if your friends are married, that's a good influence.
Yeah.
So you in fact built a healthy relationship.
Same
Married
with
a
your
woman.
family.
See,
Exactly.
Around that time, I was hanging around. There was so many different niggas. I had like thoughts, you know, what I'm saying? Murderers and shit. I was hanging around everybody.
Murderers.
I ain't say all your friends.
I'm trying.
Like all your friends.
I want to know which one of my friends was really a transvestite. Where the fuck the Teresa idea came from? It must have been one of them.
It was Inception. It was a.
My husband know his friends got engaged around the same time, the same
See,
year.
bro.
Oh, that was just. Oh, all right. So he didn't really love you that much. He
I'm about to say.
was like, yo, you do it, I'ma do it.
Exactly. They really having those talks like.
And when they got in here, they probably was like, hey, you only fuck with him for like 12 months, 13 months. Man, you do it, I'ma do it.
Married niggas get the most.
Shit when you get home.
Look, married niggas get the most. You.
They what?
Look at the married niggas.
I don't know what the
Niggas get
fuck
tight
you
as shit.
talking
I
about.
don't know.
They get what? They get the most what?
We get the most home
I
cooked
ain't
meals.
say nothing. I said,
true.
I said
Yeah,
right.
home-cooked
Home
meals,
cooked
right?
meals, exactly. Definitely lead the league in those.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
true. All right, Terry. It's been fun. Like, let him.
I was mad about that steak blowjob there last week.
We got
2 weeks ago.
got
Y'all,
a couple minutes.
I feel like that is every like few months y'all
Oh,
do.
yeah, we
No, I'm not
probably
saying.
running over
Last year I
y'all.
got it, but this year I didn't get it. I'm
Could
mad
you
about
drop on? Because I said it all wrong. I was talking about ballistics. I was calling the movie. Like I watched the trailer. That was calling all types of
What
shit.
was you
Listen,
Ball tickets.
I know I keep mentioning it in my chat, but I really get cracked on daily for this.
What's the name of this chat?
It's the chat. This is the chat.
Oh, the chat.
Even like my title of my movie, like they killed me for that.
Who was in this chat?
Ball.
I can't.
Secret chat? Okay.
Ball statistics.
They like, yo, what the fuck? Politics, like what? It's called politics. So they're like, yo, what the fuck? But I'm like, yo, I like it. My wife gave me the title. I let her give me the
I like it
title.
because it's so much politics and ball, and then if it's, you feel me, if
But
it's come from Baltimore,
that's what we was
it's
going
so
from.
much in
You know what I'm
that
saying?
Baltimore
And
city.
my wife knows the story more than anybody. I mean, you know, other than the people that's in the movie. You know what I'm saying? So she knows the story more than anybody. So that's why they petty as shit. They just, what the fuck?
But your petty friends be your best friends.
They like, yeah, they
It looks like it's gonna be good.
You know what I'm saying?
But your best friends be your best friends.
I really learned a lot though. You know what I'm saying? Like even from like being roasted in the chat, I learned a lot of shit though. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, basketball ring.
Like I'm gonna get roasted tonight. Like if they watching this, I'm gonna get roasted because I said, even though clearly they know that was a mistake, I'm gonna get roasted.
You have a hoop and Doug. That's Douglas Gym. That was roasted.
I had like 40 a couple times.
Yeah, because it was 170 degrees. You felt like if you didn't score that, you was gonna die.
Ever
Stop moving and
ever since they was doing Project Survival in Douglas, it was hot as shit in there. Like illegal hot though. Like
slave heat.
yeah.
Yeah, so
This was fun though, man. I like
give us your social.
You gotta drop all your handles, all that.
Yeah, drop your social media handle.
Like my basketball handles.
No, your Twitter, your social media handles.
Don't dribble the mic.
I never heard nobody. So can I drop the mic after I say what I say?
No, you can't drop it.
All right. We on camera because I want to look in the camera. So, man, I ain't get no fresh shake on this time. I haven't.
We don't know where the camera is. We don't know where it is.
Oh, so y'all really get money, so it's all over here. All right, well, I'm gonna look at this one. All right, boom. On Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, my name is Terry Hosley. That's TERRYHOSLEY.
He forgot.
They gonna roast you for not spelling your name right.
Yeah, man. And if y'all got time, if y'all don't give a fuck, cool. But if y'all got time, go to YouTube, type in The Last King of Thotland. Just like the movie Last King of Scotland. Last King of Thotland. Watch that. Watch Pin Down. It's PINNED down. Got 3 episodes of that so you can get the storyline over and we're going to turn it into a movie. But August 11th at the Rotunda, Politics, my first feature film, is out there starring myself, my director, Kenny Brown. Shout out to Kenny Brown. Josh Austin, Gary Neverdon, Deshaun Bradshaw, Brian Smith, Marcus Hatton. We got a lot of people in here, man. It's fire, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at my cock shit. I don't put out no weak projects, man.
Go ahead, Bob.
Y'all can find me at Bob Hunter on the Facebook. No chill _Bob on the IG. Go ahead, Roxy.
Me? I thought you was going swinging around this way.
I
Okay.
thought the ladies should have went first.
That's cool. Starring .Roxy with 2 eyes on Instagram and Facebook is secret, so y'all don't need to know that. Go ahead, Jamal.
All right, I am your boy Leo Grand.
Sorry.
You can find me on Instagram as Leo Grand Prince or on Twitter and Facebook as Jamal Vitos. This has been He Said, She Said, and you'll find us here next week. Same time, same radio station.
Around
Radio
the same
on Fire.
time.
Around the same time.
He said, y'all had me on some gossip shit. So y'all gotta get y'all Instagram shit every week though. They know
Every
y'all already.
fucking week.
I think that was really like y'all really just like overshadowed like my little couple followers I would have got.
Drop my handle.
I'm dropping the mic. Fuck it.
See y'all next week.
This was dope, man. I'm lying to my wife like, yeah.